So though Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes have their bye this week, that does not mean that they are not hard at work. In fact, they are busy chipping away at some of the best high school prospects in the nation. And today, we need to turn our attention to a few names in the class of 2025. One name that Colorado just got a crystal ball prediction inserted in their favor for, Lamon Waller, and then another name that Colorado just made the top list for, Riley Peden. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes are once again on their way to shock the college football world with their recruiting class? Let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, we're going to start with a wide receiver that the Colorado Buffaloes actually got a crystal ball prediction in their favor for. One of the top prospects in the class of 2025, a class truly loaded with exceptional talent. We need to talk about Lamon Waller out of Sultana High School in California. Lamon Waller is one of the most gifted prospects in the nation, and in fact, if we look at the 24/7 Sports Composite, he comes in as a top 300 player, number 242 overall, one of the top players in the state of California, and of course, one of the best wide receivers in the nation. Already, he stands 6'2", 170 pounds, and when you're talking about a guy that is still going to have growth before he jumps to that next level, that's impressive, especially when you turn on the film and you see what he can do to help out an offense. But I am not surprised to see the Colorado Buffaloes garner the attention of some top-level wide receivers. First and foremost, we need to understand the offense that we've been seeing this year from Colorado. They're getting those wide receivers plentiful opportunities. Secondly, who's the offensive coordinator? Sean Lewis. And we've talked at length about Sean Lewis on the channel, the type of offenses he likes to run. He's going to go fast, but he's going to get the ball to his playmakers. And finally, we need to give credit where it's due. Brett Bartolone, the wide receiver coach at Colorado, was Coach Prime's offensive coordinator at JSU. So having a guy with that type of experience be your wide receiver coach, it's easy to understand why several top wide receivers are interested in the pitch that Colorado is able to levy. Lamon Waller seems to be the newest addition. And getting a crystal ball prediction in your favor is always a good feeling. It doesn't mean that the battle is over and that the kid is about to commit, but what it does mean is that as we currently sit here and talk, the Colorado Buffaloes are trending in a fantastic direction, and that is all you can ask for. 2025 recruiting class is still a ways away. We still have the 2024 cycle, early signing day, national signing day, plus both transfer portal windows, which we will have plenty of conversations into how Coach Prime can recruit around all of that. Really excited to see that this cycle. But nonetheless, even though 2025 is a ways away, it's still great to lay these foundations. I say this all the time. You cannot build a house without first having a fantastic foundation, and recruiting in college football is akin to building that foundation, something we see Coach Prime doing at a very high level. So Lamon Waller is absolutely a name to know, but we are not done there. In fact, more good news comes to the Colorado Buffaloes today on the recruiting front, especially in the class of 2025. Because one of the best players in all of high school football in the class of 2025, one of the best players in the state of Texas, Riley Peden, just recently released his top 12, in which Colorado found themselves. Now, they're not alone. You have USC, you have Florida State, you have Florida, Ohio State, Texas, TCU, OU, Auburn, SMU, Michigan, LSU, and of course the Colorado Buffaloes. But this is a dude you have got to be keeping up with. Riley Peden currently ranks as a 4-star, number 37 player overall per 24/7 Sports Composite, but I would bet he's probably going to end up as a 5-star. He plays for McKinney High School in McKinney, Texas, so he's playing against fantastic competition week in, week out. He's practicing against fantastic competition week in and week out, and because of that, I think it's a very good chance that he could be elevated to 5-star status. On top of being a top 40 player, regardless of position in all of high school football, he's a top 5 linebacker in the nation. So yes, just like we talked about with Lamon Waller, there is still a lot of time and opportunity before 2025 prospects pen hits paper. But at the same time, getting in early, establishing these positive relationships, which, by the way, That's how recruiting is won in a lot of ways, is relationships. Now, there are outside factors, development, NIL, but relationships are always one of those things that comes to the forefront whenever you listen to why these prospects made their decision. Coach Prime and this staff have been phenomenal at forming relationships, and that's why I think it is something we need to talk about. Even though 2025 is a ways away, being able to successfully formulate these relationships, especially for a player like Riley Peden, that's big. Because even making his top 12, that's big for Colorado. I have a question for everybody that's going to watch this video, so hop down into the comments and please do answer this for me. 3 years ago, would Colorado have made the top 12 list for a Riley Peden? Or for that matter, would they may have gotten a crystal ball prediction inserted in their favor for a Lamon Waller? Absolutely not. The answer is absolutely not. So why is it that the Colorado Buffaloes have heated up? Well, the answer is obvious. It's Coach Prime. It's Coach Prime. It's this staff. It's what they've been able to do. They're turning the theoretical into something tangible. And when you can turn theoretical into tangible, now you're dangerous. And we're seeing it on the recruiting trail. These prospects, they're taking note of what's happening in Boulder. They're interested in the turnaround that they're seeing under Coach Prime and this current staff. That's why you see a crystal ball prediction floating in Colorado's favor for a Lamon Waller, and it's why you see a Riley Peden release his top 12 and include the Colorado Buffaloes, where there's a lot of schools across college football that wanted to be in that top list that didn't find themselves there, and that's a testament to the unbelievable job Coach Prime has done at getting Colorado as one of the most recognizable brands to these young recruits. Can't wait to see what happens going forward. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you think about these two prospects. In no way, shape, or form are these the only two prospects you need to be keeping up with, but it was two things that came across my desk today that I thought, hey, we really need to talk about this, especially because it's so far out. I think it's an interesting conversation piece. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your college football, be safe, and as always, we'll see you on Monday. That's it. See you.